China is it's a densely populated country, and there's nearly over 20 million students in Beijing, 20 million population in Beijing. But actually, the influences on our campus is that we can see our dining halls are quite crowded, and our dining halls is not open all the day. So you can only go to the dining hall and finish your lunch in a specific time of the day. Therefore, you need to queue for a long time. This is the influences on our campus. And as for the economic, the younger generation in China, they are gaining more and more purchasing power. So they like new technologies, like the iPad, like some portable devices with good user experiences. So their purchasing power is increasing. So I can see some need and future wants there in this part.
Okay. So the idea is the two factors which he believes is happening in China, which could have impact on the student life in the future. Number one is the dense population. And there are always always thousands of people on campus, and which create a lot of crowdness during the lunchtime, during the dinner time. That's one factor, which need to be, again, taken into consideration. If you want to innovate, you have to innovate to address those problems. The second one is the students' purchasing power become much, much higher, so they will have more option than simply go to the student cafeteria and to take care of the food need. So consider those things there, and you can then see what will be the future campus look like. And that will be your to-be, right? So you go to look at as is. And then you look at the trend, you will have idea about what's the to-be. The next one from PKU. Anyone from PKU again?
Hello?
Yes, go ahead. Speak louder, please.
I would like to talk about the high school education in China.
Can you speak louder? I cannot hear you.
Okay.
Very loud. Very loud.
Okay, I would like to talk about the high school education in China. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good.
Okay. Years ago, the high school education in China is examination-oriented one, which is very conventional, and students don't get much activities, don't get many activities or something with society. They just learn from textbooks and prepare for the college entrance examination. But these years, I find in my hometown that the high schools are becoming more and more open, and they are engaging students with more social activities, and they want to make their students' life more colorful than before. At the same time, I see social trends will put a more tense influence on the students, and the students themselves get more and more open, and besides, the high school education is also engaging the online multimedia technology to make their lessons more clear or with some colorful features. So I think that this may be a good innovative opportunity, so that more. Yeah.
Okay, so what he said is you have to realize the fact that incoming student population to campus college is very different today than yesterday. And students are much more in tune with technology. Students demand more social life rather than simply go to lecture, take exams. And this requirement will give you an innovative opportunity to design a new kind of campus life and different kind of lunch for students to get together, maybe different kind of dormitory setting, so students will have a lot of chance to really converse with each other. Okay? Now, let me now move to NTU. Anyone from NTU? Yes, please. Please, go ahead. Speak louder, please. Yes, it's you. Are you talking or not? We cannot hear you.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I want to share the social factor and technology factor in NTU. In NTU, there are more and more students. They want to be an artist or entrepreneurs. Many friends around me, they don't want to be just employees. And I want to share the technology factor. In NTU, there are more and more stores that they do store card, because when we buy something, it's very inconvenient to take money out. So yeah, the technology factor in NTU is there are more and more value store card. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else from NTU?
I would like to share that yes. I find there's a trend that students are more aware of being the importance of being healthy than before, and because we are dealing with daily stress from the schoolwork, and but I find that the school doesn't offer enough healthy food options for students. For example, we don't eat enough vegetables and fruits, and a lot of my friends are starting to eat healthier and even being a vegetarian. So I guess in the future, maybe there will be a food revolution in the campus. Yeah, that will enhance the health of the students. Thank you.
Okay, very good. What she said is there's a trend to eat healthy. And this trend certainly is an important concern of campus students, and therefore, maybe the new campus design should offer more options for students in terms of the selection, in terms of the types. And any other points from NTU? One more from NTU? Okay, go ahead.
Hello. I'd like to say in NTU now we can get easier access to the information either on textbook or out of the campus. Like we can connect to the company, and we know some experience from the both of companies. So now I think we can have easier access to know the classmates or friends that have the same interest with us, and we can start a business right on the campus when we are still studying in college. And I think it's probably special on NTU.
Very good. So this reflects to early comments that students have a much more stronger desire to be entrepreneur. So maybe the campus can have more such opportunity offered to students. Can I try something with KAIST audience? What's your opinion about the trend that will impact on the future college life? It's optional, okay? Anyone from KAIST want to say something which you believe are uniquely in Korea that will impact the future trend of campus life? Students should have some idea. Can we switch the camera too? Yeah. Can we switch the camera to student? Okay, sorry. Yeah, thank you. Anyone from KAIST? Yes, go ahead. Yes, it's on.
Okay. I see that a lot of students nowadays are doing internet shopping here, and in Korea the delivery services are quite fast, and it's very convenient to get things we want just at our doors. So I see less need to get outside campus to buy things. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Internet shopping could be a plus and could be a minus, and sometimes I see even students who are in my lecture are doing the shopping back in the classroom. But nevertheless, this is a reality, and we need to really make sure that the campus life is designed surrounding this new reality. Okay? So that's okay. We'll continue. That's fine. Okay. what I will do is I will stop the interaction at this point, and I will encourage each team to continue such exercise among themselves. In this class, we have 9 teams. Each team has 6 students. There are 2 American students, 2 Chinese students, and 2 students from Taiwan. Each of them represent different kind of cultural background, and each of them have already selected a particular areas of campus life they want to address. For example, the transportation problem. For example, the cafeteria, the library, and the parking, all this. So they already have a general areas in their mind. What I want to encourage every team to do is to go through this brainstorming about different social, economical, and technical trends. The idea here is when you do the brainstorming, try to be as crazy or as creative as you can. The other thing is try to value different people's different ideas rather than shut down their different idea, because the idea here is to take advantage of the difference, and then you can come up with a better idea than what you can do by yourself. Okay? So the next one we want to talk about is another principle about the innovation, and here we talk about the abstract thinking. Now, in this course, we keep saying in the previous lecture that a good innovator is the person who can think in an abstract way. This is kind of difficult because it is easier for us to think when there's something specific in front of us. But this creates a problem in innovation, because if you already have something in your mind, most likely your idea will be constrained by this. And this is a particular problem because in early stage innovation, we have to use language to communicate. We don't have a drawing, we don't have parameter, right? So for example, if I say, I need something to rest, immediately you say, okay, I will design a chair for you. You know what? When you say that word chairs, you have already given up a lot of other possibility that can be good innovation. Why? Because a chair has a notion that everybody shares. A chair will have a support, will have a leg, will have an arm. But you know what? Maybe I don't need a chair. Maybe I can sit on the table. Maybe I can sit on the ball. So a very important part of innovative thinking is you have to train your mind to think about some innovative idea independent of the surrounding artifacts. You say, well, how do I do that? How do I do that? Say, for example, I need something to rest. What could be the statement that I can make in order to rest? Well, we already said you don't want to say chair. You don't want to say table either, because it could be a chair, right? So what you do is you try to describe what you want in terms of the functional requirement, rather than in terms of the specific artifact. Let me ask you, suppose your customer need is to rest. You want something to rest, right? What will be the functional requirement? What could be the functional requirement? Anyone from student body? What could be the functional requirement of to rest? Yes?